Interesting that you say capacity, right? So you think
Mm,
capacity comes from rest.
big part of it, because that's what we're always lacking, right? The burnout that we have.
Mm.
We all at some stage of burnout, and rest means no consuming. So if we look at rest from the way of our brain working, it's when you do not consume information. For example, you went to Vipassana, right? That was a tremendous experience of its own where you're meditating for 12 hours in a day, but also the rules say you do not consume any information. There's no TV, music, speaking, writing, reading.
Yep.
And that's stopping exactly that. So I think that's where rest and creating that capacity, there's just one thing. You can
Mm.
stare at the wall, you can lie down, you can nap, you can have a super slow, short walk like grandma, 20 minutes, right? You can meditate, and more or less that's it. And your night of sleep that's needed for all the all the basic repairs anyway. So how many of us, tell me, have the time in our day where we absolutely do not consume anything?
Yeah, I mean, like not taking in information, it's a hard thing. And I think we're this structure of society that we're in just wants to keep feeding the consumption. So it like it's an effort to not consume any information or thing.
I think it's an open act of rebellion against our society these days, right? To say no
Mm.
to bad food, to too much food, too many experiences, too many possessions, too much doing, uh, achieving, and these words sometimes shock me when they come from my mouth because I am one of the hungriest people I've met in my life. More, 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 more.
You
And
and me
look at
both,
the
sister.
change. Look at the rollback. Yeah,
Mm.
because all in all, everything we do, every external movement we undertake in our life is just to make us feel better inside, right? But doing it via the external is a very kind of convoluted way around it. You
Mm.
probably would receive a lot more value, benefit from being in meditation on a regular basis than going on holidays, buying a new item of clothing, fancy restaurant.
I think also because it's like the what we do on the regular is what tends to continue for us. So, like integrating something like meditation or stretching or walking into the routine that is done over a long period of time benefits us more than this one big, massive plant medicine experience, holiday somewhere, session with a personal shopper or whatever. And it's interesting that, it's like where your energy goes or where your attention goes, your energy flows. And like that's, it's the seeds that you keep watering that grow into something that I think ultimately benefits you. As long as it's like a positive thing that you're continuing to do rather than like smoking or something.
Yeah, and by here, right, we've really struggled to implement something new, especially when we're adults, if we did not have a good role model, right? If we were not given clues for discipline since we were kids, right? How many parents allow their kids not to continue with any hobbies because they just felt bored, right? Or how many parents do not enforce certain structure when the child goes to bed, right? That's where I came from. I never had a proper bedtime schedule, and this is still one of my biggest challenges, right? So, and then when we grown up, it becomes a battle against whatever was set up for us in life, and of course, it's hard, right? But the value is tremendous, and I would say if you can move towards those few habits, even if you're crawling, if you're just looking in that direction, do tiniest bit.
Yeah, 100%. And it really is that those small little actions that contribute to the, the greater thing